Do
You
this.
do. You honestly do kind of giggle like a schoolgirl, slightly. Your giggle is slightly schoolgirl-like, in essence.
I want to hide my masculinity behind this. That way, nobody's ready for this big package.
I mean, they never are. They say they want, like 6 inches minimum, but then when you give them like the full 7, they don't like it.
Yeah, I give them that 6 1/4, and they're like, "Oh, baby, pull it out just a scooch."
Just a scooch. The fuck?
That's a 1/4 inch in technical terms.
The fuck? How's it going, everybody? This is the Gay Frog Chat, where we talk about gay frog stuff, and I don't know. I don't really know what we're going to be talking about tonight. I do have a couple of personal subjects to address and things going on that you guys should know about, and maybe we'll start there. Well, here, let me pull it up, actually. And get rid of that. Get rid of this. Bear with me here. I'm a very professional YouTuber that does live chats. And I even have a Patreon, right? Even have a Patreon where, if you really like what I'm doing, as 8 total people have joined the Patreon, and, I make a couple bucks a month off of it, and it's pretty cool. And, like, the Patreon money paid for, like, basically 2/3 of the bike that I own, and, I don't know, it helped out during COVID and stuff, so it's nice to have a Patreon. And then about a month ago, this was like the beginning of January, I noticed that I did not have access to my Patreon anymore. And I tried to log in, and it said, "Oh, your account doesn't exist," or "It's been suspended," or something or other. And then I got a hold of the Patreon people, and it took a month. It took 30 days for them to get around to getting my Patreon page back, right? So I was like, okay, cool. And I had about $100 that I hadn't fucking, collected, that was sitting in the account, maybe a little bit more. $100 sitting there that I could have fucking taken out, but then it got hacked or whatever happened, and I didn't have access to my account. So I kind of figured, like, oh well, $100 is gone. No big deal. Well, let me go to payouts and just see what happened, right? Let me just find out what happened with my money and see where it's at. Oh, somehow it's negative $795. So they figured out a way to withdraw more money from my Patreon account than I have in it. And I mean, basically, like, I looked into it. They created a bunch of fake accounts or throwaway accounts or whatever you want to call them, and then used those accounts to sub to my channel for $50 each. Right? There's about, I don't know, however many of them that they did. And then when the payments went through, they withdrew the money from my account into whatever account that they have, right? Which is whatever the fuck this one is. They took $900.31 out, and then canceled all the payments from their fake accounts. So when that happens, Patreon's like, "Oh, well, you took more money out than, like, people canceled their stuff, so you're negative." So I basically sent them an email saying, "Hey guys, got my account back. Thanks for that. Finally, good job. GG. I never authorized a $900 withdrawal. Like, this is on you guys. I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm not paying you $800. And the thing is, like, they can't take the money from me because I've never given them my, like, credit card or account information or bank statement, nothing. Because all I've ever done is, like, I've started off on Patreon making a couple of bucks, so I never had to, like, when I sub to someone else or give up someone else money or whatever, I never had to put in a credit card, so they've never asked me for it. But I guess thank God for that. Otherwise, my fucking bank account might have been hacked too, or some, erroneous withdrawal like this.
Right.
But
Shit.
I don't know. I'm working on getting this fixed right now. I'll keep you guys informed as to what's happening. If you are subbed to me on Patreon, for now, please don't cancel your sub, because I am still hoping that this will be figured out. I will let you guys know probably within a week, maybe 2 at most, what the outcome of this is. And long story short, I might be canceling my Patreon and moving over to locals and switching like the software that I use, like what we're talking on right now, StreamYard, which I like it. It's okay. There's nothing terrible about StreamYard, but it's not the best either. But Rumble has come out with this new Rumble streaming software, which is free, first of all. So I got to pay for this versus that's free. Rumble, the way it works, it like simulcasts to whatever you want it to. So if you want to do locals, Rumble, YouTube all at the same time, it'll let you do that. And you can end it on YouTube, and it'll say, it like blurs out the screen and keeps this, like the stream's still going on YouTube. So when you click on like, oh, hey, Honda's got a chat going right now, and you click on it, and it's just like this, but blurred out, and you can't see anything, and it's muted, and you can't hear anything. But on the screen somewhere, it's like, oh, go to Rumble, here's the link, and then you can watch it on Rumble. And then when it's like time to end it on Rumble, same thing, and then you go over to locals. And I really like locals because, first of all, they let you live stream there, and they don't really care about what you say, and they don't have rules about all that stupid shit. I mean, like simple rules, but nothing crazy like YouTube has. And if you want to sub, like on Patreon, like give a couple of bucks to support the channel, that's cool. But on locals, the way it works is you can watch whatever we're doing on locals, but you can't comment unless you give like a couple bucks a month or whatever it is, right? So like the content will still be free there for anyone to watch that anyone wants to watch, like the after shows or whatever we're doing after the show or whatever. And if you want to be able to comment, you just pay like the $2 a month or whatever it is, and then get a couple people to sign up for that. Boom, boom, boom. Like fuck Patreon. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Hell yeah.
That's the idea.
You do what you got to do. Especially if Patreon fucking up.
I mean, I'm giving Patreon the chance to fix this. Right. If they come back and say go fuck yourself, then I mean, I guess you'll never get your $800 from me because I didn't fucking authorize anything, and I'm not paying you that fucking money, and I don't care what you fucking do. You can cry, you can whine, you can send it to collections. I'll dispute it, and then we'll just be back here again, and you won't have your money, and I don't have your money either because someone else stole it. And you can clearly see, like here. Let's go to, how do I do it? Community? No, it's notifications. Right? It's like Tyshira Peterson just became a free member. I don't even know how you do that. Like, canceled their membership. All these people upgraded their memberships. Like, all of this stuff since January 1st, basically. Like, all of these are like the hacker and the bots and the bullshit that were putting money and canceling things and doing stuff with my account so that they get it negative $800, which sucks, dude. Fucking sucks. But whatever.
Who's to say use a stolen credit card to do it too?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they did it. I don't know what Payoneer is, like Pay One I don't know what that is. Some sort of like online payment service, I guess. Probably like PayPal, but I mean, it seems to me that they have at least that account information and should be able to reverse the transaction or something. I don't know. Probably not, because they probably canceled that fucking account already. But
yeah,
it's whatever, man. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing good out there. Also dealing with some bullshit with my son. So there was this this girl at school, and I'll just give you the short version. He prank called her and called her a lesbian, to which the mother found out that her daughter got called a lesbian and then made up a whole bunch of other stuff, called the police, and tried to get my son charged with a hate crime. So that was fun. Had to go talk to the police about that. And then when that didn't work out, she called the school and started a Title IX investigation for sexual harassment for my son for the same phone call. So now we're dealing with that. Although I'm not really worried about it at all. Like, it's gonna be fine. It's not like he's accused of anything that's a crime, because there's no crime committed. So like the worst that could happen is some sort of an administration admonishment for and he shouldn't even get that. And even if he does, like if he does, we'll just switch schools. We'll go to a different school. He's got a 4.3 GPA and plays sports. Any fucking high school in Colorado would be happy to have him. So there's that. So yeah, we're just dealing with all kinds of shit over here, man. Like all kinds of shit's going fucking great right now. Like work is slower than it's ever been, except for like that week before the COVID shutdown in like March 2020. Or I guess that was 2020. Yeah, that was 2020. So that's fun. Lots of stuff going on there, or lack thereof, like nothing going on there, and hard to find hours. And I don't know, bro. Maybe second job's coming. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but you know,
we love you here, Honda.
We'll figure it out. I'm not worried. I always figure it out. I'm like a cat. Land on my feet.
Or get hit by a truck.
But yeah, tons of fun. Anyway, let's get into the stories, shall we? Now that I've depressed you all.
I'm a cave frog and I'm proud.
So, Egyptian protesters use laser pointer pens on military helicopters that are flying over, and I guess it blinds them and they can't fucking see. And look how many fucking lasers are on this helicopter, dude. Like, we need to goddamn take fucking notes on how all these other countries are fucking with, like, fucking back, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, if you do that here, our helicopters have a deal in them that they will land and you will get arrested. They have, like, a protection thing on them.
I have heard that before. But I've also seen people point laser pointers at helicopters and aircraft in the sky and nothing happened. So
I did not work at a military base and watch a guy use one of their lasers to paint it, and then a 4-star general ripped the motherfucking dude down a notch. Like 4 assholes were ripped into that guy's face that night.
I believe it.
It scared me.
Eric says time for an OnlyFans Honda.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, you got to go Fansly.
Ooh.
I mean,
Arizona
OnlyFans-
election law may enable non-citizens to vote in 2024 presidential election, experts warn. I mean, does that make us experts? Because we've been warning about this for a while.
Dude, we're fucking experts for sure.
Damn right we are.
Well, I mean, like going to college takes 4 years and you study quite a bit. I would say that maybe not as much effort as college, but I put quite a bit of effort, and it's been more than 4 years spent here. So that's at least like a bachelor's of fucking conspiracy theory.
I'm going to give you a master's.
Yeah, well, and I already done like fucking my post-grad work before we even started here. So this has been my PhD thesis.
10,000 hours makes you an expert in anything.
I wonder how many hours of total streaming I've done. I mean, like, this is what? Gay Frog 211 times, maybe 2 hours average. So that's at least 420 hours? 420! Whoa!
Holy shit. That's pretty crazy, actually.
But that's just Gay Frog chat. That doesn't include Late Night with E Honda or 2A Taco Tuesday or any of the other chats or the 24-hour chat or the weird like fucking takeover chats for Matt's channel or all the other things that we've done on here, all the streams that we did when we were over in Tulsa or in fucking Washington, D.C. or anywhere else that I've traveled with you guys. Like, it's been kind of fun, man. We've done some shit. We've done, like, not as much as I would like to do, and, like, I just don't have the budget or time for, what I would actually like to do, but
Your mobile live stuff was fun in 21 or 20. No, 21. That was fun. That was enjoyable. I would like to see more of that from you, which would be more budget and bigger things, but man, that was fun.
Like the cost benefit analysis of that trip to DC, doing like the post-op fucking, like recap. Yeah, I spent a fuck ton of money and didn't really get anything for it. It kind of sucks. actually. But it was fun. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, I had delusions of grandeur of what that was going to do for my channel. You know, like reporting live from Washington D.C. on the January 20th riots, because that's what I thought it was going to be. But it was the January 6th riots, and then it was the January 20th lockdown. Like, that's what I reported on. Here's all the steel walls, and I can't even see the fucking Capitol. Like,
Yeah.
I'd like you to show more of the migrant stuff going on right now, honestly. If you're just cruising around one day.
well, I mean, yeah, I could do that, like locally for sure in Denver and stuff, and like go check out some of the areas that I've seen on fucking Twitter and stuff. Like, oh, on 16th and whatever, like Larimer, go check out there. But the person who needs to do the most with that, I think, is Matt. Like, he lives 10 minutes from the fucking border, bro.
I wish he would, dude. That'd be. I want to see that.
Like, he's just got to go down there and walk around and be like, hey, this is never enough ammo here, however I talk, because I'm from Texas. And then, you know, do his, like, never enough ammo thing from the border. I think that would get him a lot of fucking new people, because this is a hot topic right now, man. This is big fucking news, because this is the end of the country, or the, you know, the continuance of the country if we play it right, or I don't see it happening very good, though. Like, I don't see this ending well. Like, there's how many million people in the United States who are not supposed to be here right now?
Far too many.
It's 2024 Rome, bro. We going down.
As of tonight, Chris Murphy, James Langford, and Christine Sinema are trying to reach a deal for the Senate, which I think is going to do the illegal bullshit till they make them citizens in this country and totally fuck us. So
we'll get into that, because I actually have that story pulled up too, of like the deal and how much money they're going to send to Ukraine and to fucking Israel, and how much is going to go to the border wall, and what is going to be allocated to. It's fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that they're holding the border over our head. Like, we know that you need to get this. It's like you got a gunshot wound, and they won't treat your gunshot wound until you get vaccinated. It's like, bro, take the bullet out and start packing me with gauze or whatever you fucking do for the gunshot wound, or I'm going to bleed out and die on the table. And they're like making you sign fucking waivers for your fucking shots. That's what they're doing right now, figuratively.
Bullshit, man.
Well, because they know that, like, we know if we wait too long, it's over. So eventually it's like, well, I'm going to take the shot because I have to, because there's no other choice, because if I don't, I'm going to die. We as a country are going to have to take this figurative shot, or we are going to die, and they know it. And that's why they're not giving us an option. They're like, this is the deal, and we'll give you, here's the apple that you want, here's the thing that you need to stay a country, but we're also going to fuck you in the ass as hard as we can by making all of these people permanently legal, giving them amnesty, letting them stay here forever, fucking sending all of this money to foreign countries for foreign wars that have nothing to do with the United States, bankrupting the future of our children, putting us into fucking destitute and poverty, devaluing the value of the labor, the like hour of labor that the average person starts out working at, you know? Completely cutting out people from even being able to join the job market to begin with, because there's so many fucking people.
Man, they could have just gave us another stimulus with all the money they've been spending.
Well, they're planning on spending. Does anyone remember how much President Trump's border wall plan was going to cost?
way less than what we have right now.
It was in the order of like a couple $100 million, I think.
It was like 400 or 500 maybe at most.
And the left was freaking the fuck out about it. Like, we don't have the money to spend on that. How dare President Trump, blah, 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 blah. Right? And the current bill, I'll just give you a preview, just on the border wall portion of it, $20 billion.
Jesus fuck.
And they're sending another, it's like $16 billion to Israel and another 60 billion more to fucking Ukraine for a lost war. Like, Russia's got what they want. They just got to hold it now, and they're not gonna fucking give up. So, I mean, just
That passed,
burn some more money.
or they're still voting on it.
No, they haven't passed it yet.
Oh my god, no. I hope they don't. That's just fucking retarded.
But I mean, it's got the border in it though, so there's going to be a lot of Republicans who are on board with it, and that's what they've got everything else in it that like will fuck this country over. Everything else in it that's terrible for your children's future. Everything else in it that's good for the globalists. Everything else in it that the deep state government wants for their fucking coffers because it makes them a bunch of money. All their contractors and their subsidiaries and like side companies and bullshit are gonna fucking get rich as shit, dude.
If this next election turns out to be the same old, we're fucked. Definitely.
Well, and what state has changed their election laws from 2020? What state has gotten rid of mail-in voting that's not already going to vote Democrat? None of them. Like, they're all just doing the exact same shit. So 2020 is just it's going to be a repeat. It's going to be the exact same shit that happened in 2020, and they're going to wonder why. Oh, why did we lose again? Oh, blah, 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 blah. And then it's going to be a fucking another big dude. I can only imagine how bad this year is going to get by the end of it.
Yeah,
and it's scary, bro. Anyway, let's hit these super chats real quick. Calhoun dropped in $2. Said, "Read my Raz chat when you get a chance, please." I don't know why you talk Asian. I bought a Remington R1 1911 today for 600 pinto beans. Very good, sir. I have the Remington R1S myself,
Very nice.
stainless version. But golf clap.
Very nice.
yay!
Congratulations, sir.
Oh, by the way, important 2A news. If you have a T-Sauce 1911, there's a recall on them right now.
Are you serious?
Yes.
No, my buddy has one. Let me text him.
Does anyone have a T-Sauce? I don't have one.
Yeah, my buddy has one. It actually shoots pretty nice. I was shocked.
What's the recall? Are they like blowing people's eyeballs out?
I don't know exactly. Some dude was talking about it on his YouTube channel the other day.
Better text message your buddy.
I am.
They will.
Does Yankee have one?
No.
He's got a titmouse some kind of other, doesn't he? That's why he calls it that, a titmouse. It's like the high power version.
I almost bought one. They're actually, man, for the price, they're not bad, really. But then I didn't want to stock 45, so.
And then it goes kaboom.
Yeah,
Oh, whatever happened.
If I'm going to get one, I'm probably just going to get another like AR combo from PSA with an Admiral in it, like when they throw in the dagger, you know. Just add another AR to the stack.
MSB says, do another stream and get pledges for each complete hour or half hour that you stream. Oh yeah, Muslim ants with brownings.
The son of Hondor. That's funny.
I'm confused about the Muslim ants part of this comment.
That was the thing that you played with that speaker where they were like walking around the speaker. A couple chat or two ago. You don't remember that?
Remind me a little bit more.
Blue JBL speaker on some marble floor. We're like, why the fuck is there that many? But I was like,
Oh, that's right. Okay. Now I remember.
you're cute.
Thank you. Sorry, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You're good.
Oh, geez. Oh, and don't forget, everybody, February 28th this year, something bad's going to happen in this country, and everything's going to be different after February 28th. So hold on to your butts.
It's a lot of butt.
Two hands.
At least it's before my birthday. It's on the 9th.
Oh, your birthday's on the 9th?
Yep.
Mine's on the 21st, baby.
How old are you turning? Old?
The big 4-1.
Whoa.
Holy crap.
You're a million years old.
Yes.
You're roughly
In the
old
before
as-
times.
Back in my day.
In the before times, before the oceans drank Atlantis, it was an age of adventure.
There
Before the
cities
ice melted and the seas rose.
Back when there was only 48 states.
Before the biblical flood, there was nothing but Leo. It is ilk.
Roamed the earth, spreading his seed.
That's why there's so many redheads today.
Speaking of redhead,
Yep.
yo, Corey's got his GoFundMe in the chat. If you want to give that a quick shout out, he's all fucked up and stuff. Not an art.
Phoenix 407 says TSAS USA is voluntarily initiating a recall on these pistols to protect the safety of its customers due to a possibility of the hammer following the slide forward when chambering a round.
Ooh.
So what does that mean? You'd have a fucking live chamber dead trigger?
That's I don't know.
It's a problem in a self-defense situation for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to have my hammer go into my slide and not cycle a fucking round and shoot it. Seems like a problem.
Kind of a problem. All right. We need to act like Japan. So Japan had an incident where there were some Muslims who were harassing some schoolgirls, and there was video of it, and it went viral. And now the whole country is out on the streets protesting, saying, like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking muzzies. I don't know what they're saying. It's in Japanese, but that's what I assume they're saying.
No, X Adam 1 has a T-Sauce 1911, he's saying.
T-Sauce.
I expect katanas should come out.
Titmouse.
For no reason at all.
I don't know. What's it going to take in this country to get people riled up to where they're actually going to be out on the streets for something besides Black Lives Matter or fucking trans issues or whatever?
No food.
When it directly affects
No
them,
internet. No food, no internet.
especially
Then
no
we-
internet.
No job, no money. No gas. There
It's
you
going to
go.
have to be life altering.
It has to be
Then it's
something
going to be
big.
too late. Then it's going to
Yep.
be too
Yep.
late.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're just going to be out there taking everything.
You know, the power went out for a couple hours yesterday because there was a storm coming through. And I'm not going to say it was a wake-up call to me, but it was a wake-up call to my son. My youngest son was like, we can't do anything.
Yeah.
I can't watch TV. My phone's about to die. The fucking, like, there's no internet. There's nowhere to go because it's snowing. There's nothing to do. There's no power. There's no lights. Like, Jesus, yeah, you're
So
right.
he's like, Dad, can you teach me how to break down all your guns? And you're like, fuck yeah, son.
Single
that's
barrel
why-
gun machine.
And that's why it is a good thing to keep physical copies of your porn.
I have a wank stash, yes.
Yeah.
Right? It's hilarious.
Just don't
Well,
go
the thing
straight to
is,
the
you can
internet.
have the physical copy of your porn, but if the power's out,
Well, who's
I mean,
going
it's
to
just
fucking
a
pay for
magazine, I
me?
guess. If you got the
just go
magazine, then
off
you're
of,
good.
your spank bank.
I may have one magazine. So
Yeah, that's when you need the magazine and like a candle, and you're good.
Yeah. But if you burn that, oh, what a loss.
Then you get some wax. You get some wax on your dick when it's all fucking.
Oh,
of course, if you have a generator, you know.
Yeah. I only use mine to run my freezers in my fridge for an hour, alternate. It's
Or
not
if
big
you have
enough
like
to
a
run 'em all.
battery portable DVD player, you know.
Yep,
hmm
got that.
Oh,
EMP
and
back.
Furnace says his link is broken.
And furnace.
What did I do? What did I
You
do?
double linked a bunch of us.
Doesn't
Oh, I double winked it because I was doing it quickly. Sorry.
With talking
about
about
to say-
T-Sauce, doesn't our buddy Xanatos Frost have a T-Sauce 1911?
Wow, I did double wink
what?
a
He
bunch of
might.
people, bro.
You might.
Daniel
Sorry,
says
I'm going
it's
through
not
this
letting him
again.
super chat.
Oh, I did it to Ohio, but you still got here.
Yeah, because I realized it was double linked.
Thank you, Ohio.
Double cheeked on a Tuesday afternoon.
Double all the cheeks. Sup,
Hey, dude.
Infernus? Sorry about that, man.
Good brother.
Yo, in Furnace, you got like the winning Powerball numbers or something? Because all I know is you are one of the most lucky dudes I know to get random presents. So why don't y'all give me some presents of that Powerball, homie? I feel it. I want to win.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it's fucking. I was like, man, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna run up and go grab a soda or something. So I'm like, sitting in my car,
I still can't believe you got that.
reading something, and this old dude, he shows up. He starts walking over towards me. It's like, all right, he's gonna have some stupid question. So I roll down my window. I'm like, hey, what's on, sir? How can I help you? And he's like, I got a couple boxes of 223 I don't want. Where can I put it? I'm like, well, I have an AR. I'll take it. I just thought he was gonna have like, like 100 rounds or something. He fucking brings out 2 cases.
Oh my god.
Lucky bastard, you. I still
Fucking
can't believe you.
PMC 55 grain 223, and then another of 556 American Eagle. It's just 55 grain too, but that's like fuck yeah. So,
You
Dude,
said
that's
it's
what did
2,000
you have to
rounds,
do
right?
to him in that alleyway?
Like 223 is fucking what, like 75 cents a round still right now.
Out
yeah,
there.
it's still pretty expensive. Yeah,
So I mean, that's like, I mean, it's a
basically
good amount of
gave
money
me
if you were to buy it anyway. You know, like if you're
basically
like, I
gave
need some
me
ammo, let me go buy 2,000 rounds.
he gave me at least $600 worth of ammo, give or take.
Did you get the name of the agent that gave it to you?
Yeah, you're now being tracked by the ATF.
Yeah,
Right.
what you don't know is that he shot you with like a Men in Black laser too. And
Oh, shit.
on February 28th, you're gonna do
Yeah.
something like
You've been tagged, bro.
Yeah.
You've been tagged.
Was
There's
his
a
name
tracking
Agent
device in
K
those
or
boxes.
Agent J?
It's the name of it's Operation Infernus Furious.
No, dude, this shit happens all the time, but usually my boss is there, so he's like, go put it in the store. Well, he wasn't there today, so I'm like, fuck that, this is going on my car.
Hell yeah.
And they're dog tracking GPS in one of the bullets. It's totally chilling with you.
I wish somebody would give me 2,000 rounds of 223 or 556.
yeah.
Was he wearing sunglasses and khaki shorts?
I would definitely go through those rounds, make sure there's not like an Apple tag in there.
Right.
And he's like
serious.
tagging
Oh,
you to
they're-
go home.
Yeah, they were still factory sealed in like the main box.
I get it, but
At home sealed in the main box.
Do you guys remember a couple of years back there was some military program where they were trying to invent a smart bullet that would give itself like it wouldn't like aim itself, but if you were shooting like basically on target, it would fucking refine it and actually hit the target like way further away than you could normally.
Yes.
Wanted
Yes.
bullets.
Oh, and Honda, the Trump order bill he proposed was 18 billion.
Okay, so similar price on the border at least. I thought it was in the
He
hundreds of
he
millions,
only got a couple billion, but
Yeah,
The
but still,
proposal
we're
was
sending more
18.
than what, quadruple that out of this fucking country? That's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the other problem is like if you let people into the country who shouldn't be here, who need resources, who aren't able to take care of themselves, who like every single person you let into the country is tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars that you're going to pay over the life of them being here versus how much does it cost to build the wall to keep them out? Like there's a cost benefit analysis there that needs to be done that no one wants to fucking talk about.
you got to
Yeah.
remember that like the 75 billion that went to Ukraine last year, they don't even know where it fucking went. Like I think they said 50 million or billion, they don't know where it went.
Oh, I know where it went.
Well, I mean,
It's a
conspiracy
fucking
theory
scam.
chat, right? Like they're that's their fucking money laundering. That's their fucking their bread and butter. That's how they're all getting rich as shit.
Mm-hmm. Shoving it right back into their pockets.
That's how Zelensky has a yacht now.
And like
That's why-
houses.
That's why when Trump was like, "Hey, look into this Burisma thing with Biden," he got impeached for it because they all stood up together and said, "Oh, we can't have him looking into this. We need to put a stop to that shit right the fuck now. Impeach him." Like I don't know what else do we do. Okay, go after his son. Like I don't fucking know what they did, dude. Like they did a whole bunch of shit, like because Trump was like, "Oh, go after Burisma," and they're like, "Trump is targeting a political opponent," and then this year they're like, "Oh, Trump got indicted in New York and fucking like how many other states for bullshit charges and like insurrection," which you can't be, dude. It's so stupid. I can't even explain it. You guys know.
We know.
Anyway,
Mark Mullen, I'm starting to think you're a Nazi, bro. Just throwing that one out there.
The GOP is going to give another $2.3 billion to nonprofits directing the illegal invasion force. I guess that's one way to put it. Worse than a useless party, they're a complicit one. And that's the problem also, is that you've got so many people who are like part of the WWF Republican Party who on stage are like, oh yeah, I'm going to destroy. I can't do that voice again.
Oh shit, he's dead.
But when it comes down to it, when the curtains drop and the fucking cameras aren't live, they're sitting backstage with all their Democrat buddies, hanging out, drinking cocktails, talking about the next fucking fight.
Yeah, but Trump
not
is
actually
the same
enemies.
parties though, and that's the problem. Dude, I've seen so many video of Trump kissing on fucking Hillary and all them fucking people. He's no different. I don't know why people think he is.
No new wars, that's a big thing. Like, he got us out of wars instead of into wars. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe he's not any different, but
I sure as fuck ain't checking Democrat this election. I can tell you that if we make it there. So, I mean, I don't know what. I guess I don't understand. We already know the two on the ballot. Like, what? I guess why fucking trash the guy that we have to fucking pick? I guess.
Because he fucking writes executive orders to ban shit that the ATF said are not machine guns and shit like that.
Okay. So
and set the precedents for them doing that in the future, and
Yep.
like the ATF going after
Yeah.
whatever. Like, it was bump stocks with Trump, but they've used it to go after FRT.
He also
trigger.
wanted to go after fucking
Pistol
suppressors
braces.
and shit too, but
Now they're trying to go to private sales too.
They're all going for it. It don't fucking matter who it's going to be.
Well, we all know what happens when you give up your gun rights.
Yeah.
The thing I
Don't
will say
fucking
is
do it.
for the lesser elections, though, whether it be senators or congressmen or whatever, check who you're voting for, because there's a lot of fucking rhinos right now. Ohio's current Secretary of State, Franklin, was trying to run for U.S. Senate, was recently outed as taking money from a mega donor who was an Epstein Island guy.
Why didn't we get that list? That was supposed to come out January at some point.
It's just a distraction.
Whatever happened with that? Does anyone know? Because it was supposed to come out like January 1st. And they're like, oh shit, sorry, everybody. It'll be like January 5th. And then the 5th came and they're like, ooh, it's going to be like January 25th? Is that okay? 25th? And then that shit came and went and no one fucking remembered or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember what happened. I haven't heard anything. I know that. I mean, we got like the flight list, the flight logs, where we have like the names of some of the people, at least, maybe not all, who have been on the plane, which means there's a chance that if you've been on the plane, you've been to the island. And if you've been on the plane and been to the island, you probably diddled some kids, you know? Dude, check out this Japanese Uzi. I think it's like wonky enough to be fucking cool.
It is wonky, that's for sure.
Oh shit. Oh, poor Duke. Dookie baby. Wake up. Oh, he did wake up and then he left. I wish I could fall asleep like that.
Same here.
Okay, so here's the breakdown of the money. We got $60 billion for military aid, $60 billion for military aid to Ukraine, $14 billion for military aid to Israel, $20 billion for border security. The $118.28 billion national security supplemental package includes $60.06 for Ukraine, $14.1 for $2.44 billion for support to operations in the U.S. Central Command and address combat expedite. What the fuck is this?
Something
So $2.44 billion for conflict in the Red Sea, $10 billion for humanitarian assistance to provide food, water, shelter, medical care, blah, blah, blah. For Gaza,
No, fuck that.
$10 billion for Gaza. I should drop a couple bags of rice, and that's about
Here
it.
you go. Here's 2.4 billion for both sides to fight each other, so they have a fucking endless war too. Jesus Christ. That's
10 billion, dude. How big is Gaza? It's like the size of a fucking small city, dude.
Yeah, it's like smaller than Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Smaller than Texas?
I'm pretty sure it's like half the size of Texas.
Are you
Gaza.
retarded? Or are you joking?
Are you thinking of Israel and not Gaza?
Israel is tiny.
Yeah.
Israel is tiny. Gaza is like a small, tiny little fucking sliver of Israel. Anyway.
So the offer still stands. It's smaller than Texas.
Oh, Jesus
I was
Christ.
thinking-
$4.83 billion to support key regional partners in the Indo-Pacific and deter aggression by the Chinese government. $2.3 billion to continue to support Ukrainians displaced by Putin's war. How many fucking Ukrainians have been displaced? They need 2.3. How much should we give to the people in goddamn Hawaii whose house is burnt down? Like $700 a piece and a
Is that
like-
what it came out to? It was something like really retarded.
yeah, like ridiculously low. I'm like,
Yep.
sorry about your problems. Oh, by the way, your fucking insurance plan's not going to pay out. Good luck with that.
I don't buy your property for $12.
Bipartisan border policy changes negotiations have said, whatever the fuck that is. $20.23 billion to address existing operational needs and expand capabilities of our nation's borders. So there you go.
Well, they don't want to help the people of Hawaii because if they help them and they rebuild, then they can't just come in, all the rich people, and take all of Hawaii for themselves. You know, they're all building bunkers and shit, and they need a great place to all go to when the world goes to hell in a handbasket.
We're there, bro.
So what are the new border policies? So there's new border policies included in the package. I wonder what those are. And to help stop the flow of fentanyl and other narcotics. Oh, bro, by the way, last night at my work, we're sitting around and I'm waiting for some drinks at the bar, and they've got the bathroom blocked off. Like, what happened? Oh, there's some guy who's throwing up in there. Okay. 10 minutes later, I'm grabbing a new set of drinks. Oh, the security guard went in there to check on him, and he was unconscious on the fucking floor, so we called 911. They're on the way. Okay. 10 minutes later, I go and get some drinks. Fucking 911's there. They're going into the bathroom. 10 minutes later, I'm getting some drinks at the bar. He's in the stretcher. They're walking by, pumping on his chest because his heart stopped beating because he died of a fentanyl overdose in the bathroom.
God bless America.
Oh, Jesus.
Last fucking night, dude. Anyway,
Did he ask for the ranch?
I hope he did.
Didn't get the Nikon in time.
The Fentanyl Eradication and Narcotics Deterrence Fend Off Fentanyl Act.
Narcon.
God damn it, dude. That's all we need is like, oh, well, there's another problem, so we need another government agency that's going to deal with the problem. So we got a whole other group of people who've got to have a 401k plan and then retirement and health benefits. And, dude, our government is goddamn so far out of control. It's time to just fucking hit the delete button and restart. Like if the computer was going right now and all this shit was going on, the computer would just be frozen, you know? Like the chips are overheating on the inside. It's time to hit the fucking power button and restart that bitch. $400 million for the nonprofit security grant program to help nonprofits and places of worship make security enhancements. Why would we need to do that? Maybe because we just let in fucking like a couple million Muslims? Maybe?
Which places
Muslims aren't known to
is
blow
this
things
going
up.
to?
Muslims aren't known to go to places of worship and target ethnic groups. Muslims don't do that in countries that they fucking do all the goddamn time. In fact, that's what they're known for doing. It's like you let a fucking snake, you let a fucking python into the baby fucking carriage, and then you're wondering what happened to the baby. Maybe check inside of the python.
Is the places of worship is going to not Christian churches?
I'm guessing probably not. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
synagogues and mosques and shit. Because fuck the churches, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Christians is still trending, so
Christians are bad. Okay.
All right, listen to this shit. Hold on, I gotta do the thing. Go, you know the thing, man. Trooper to Shabba Nabba to pressure batting calf care. Protect the troops. Oh, and one more thing.
Shooting that suffered the pressure.
Anyway. All right, listen to this.
So I just had a conversation with a
Can-
Denver police officer
Can you hear that okay?
this is
It's
low.
quiet.
Yeah, it's really low.
at the airport. And
They're gonna start it over.
So I just had a conversation with a Denver police officer at the
Better.
airport. And we were talking about the crime that's going on, not only in Denver, but our country. And he says, the media will not tell you this. I'm not even supposed to talk about this, but I don't care anymore. We've arrested, the Denver police in Denver has arrested over 50 Al Qaeda members in the last 2 months. 50. Okay, so with that said, we started talking about everything else. And we started talking about where the budget's going and how they don't have enough police cars, they're going to be putting them on foot. We started talking about all the migrants that have been coming over the border and how they're cutting the police budget in all major cities, including Denver. And then we started talking about how there's sleeper cells all over Colorado. He's talking about South Americans. He's talking about people from Central America. He's talking about people from China. He's talking about people from the Middle East, all over. And he says the police know this, the state police and the local police, and they're not allowed to do a damn thing about it. So, y'all, here's my question for you, especially for those of you that are left-leaning. Do you still think that it's okay to have open fucking borders?
Well, we're going to find out on February 28th, aren't we?
They still think it's okay to have open borders. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Although I think the majority of people are not okay with it. I think the people in the middle who are like, I don't really care about politics, but Jesus Christ, stop fucking letting people into this country. It's getting bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how things are where you guys are at, but Denver's a fucking shithole now.
Yeah, does that guy have a channel?
I have no idea.
Yeah, like, even though a lot of people on the left probably would like closed borders, but they're still going to vote for the same pieces of shit, thinking it's going to be different. Could they just change the name of that piece of the shit to someone else different, but still with a D in their
Well, the funny
title?
thing is, I am old enough to remember when it was the Republican policy to let as many people in as they could because it was good for big business, because letting people in drove down the cost of labor. And so if you have cheaper labor, businesses make more money. So therefore, it's good for big business to let people into the country. And it was the Democrats who were against immigration because the Democrats at that time were majority working class people. And they said they felt and saw the direct effects of illegal immigration, replacing their jobs, devaluing their labor, and making things more expensive in their neighborhoods. And so back then, like if you guys remember, if you're old enough, Bill Clinton, one of the major things that he ran on when he first became president was border security and like job reform, and he created this whole thing where like They had to do I forget what it was called, but it was like the Real ID or something like that, where if you got a job in the United States, they had to verify that you were an actual citizen, that you had a fucking social security number or a fucking green card or whatever, so that you could work here. That was fucking Clinton. And he actually reduced illegal immigration, at least in his first term, quite a bit. Because under Bush, it wasn't zero. It wasn't anything near like it is now. But there were a fair amount of people coming under Bush, and the Republicans were perfectly fine with it because it made their buddies more money, and then they got more donations. That's how that shit works.
I just want to point out the fact I've been talking about sleeper cells as a possible X factor for Civil War for the past 2 years now.
Dude, I
mean,
know
there's
3 in Nebraska fucking like 7 years ago.
There's foreign countries that would like to see the downfall of America, namely China and Russia probably, and other countries too, but they have every reason in the world to send people here to live a normal life until they get the fucking signal on February 28th to go and do whatever they're going to do, you know? What if I'm right about this?
It's probably,
It'd be a very scary thought.
probably
Well, I mean, I'm predicting this at some point in the next year. I just picked a day, you know? It's probably not going to be that day, let's be honest, but...
And
No,
you'll
it'll
probably
be
get a
April
knock-
8th.
and you probably get a knock on your door like, how did you know this?
Oh, I know, I will be. I'll be blowing up. I'll be bigger than Elvis. 2 years ago today, the largest domestic or document storage facility for Wall Street was burned to the ground. This came the day after the Justice Department announced they were launching an investigation into the cellars. They hauled away evidence on fire. Look at this, dude. They're scooping up documents and shit while it's still fucking burning. This is more obvious than when they cleaned up the Twin Towers and didn't do any kind of forensic investigation on the buildings at all.
Yeah, right.
as long as it's still burning, it's still the same thing, bro. Don't worry about it.
I'm just saying, it's kind of odd, isn't it? Oh, sorry, we can't participate in your investigation and give you discovery into what we were doing for the past couple of years because all of our documents burned. Ah, shucks.
Dang it.
Darn.
And I was looking forward to sharing the documents too.
So this gentleman got arrested on the streets of Denver and is now being charged for resisting arrest for biting the finger off of the police officer who was arresting him. He bit the motherfucker's finger off, bro.
Wow. Ooh.
Fun fact, the
Damn.
amount of pressure it takes to bite through a carrot is the exact amount of pressure it takes to bite through a human finger.
Yep.
That would hurt so bad, dude. Have you ever like eaten something and you didn't realize you had like your fucking finger in the way when you bit down? Like you realize how hard you bite, you know?
Once or twice, yeah.
Oh shit! Racing the Clock dropped in $5. Thank you very much, Racing the Clock. Nice to meet you.
And did he swallow?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I just thought that was an odd story. Like,
Did they release him without bail and then drop the charges like they
you know,
did those?
knowing Denver, probably, yeah. Like, not enough evidence.
They did that with
As
those
long as
illegals in New York.
Right. As long as the officer figure can be reattached, he'll be all right. Right.
Right.
Red Cross providing migrants with maps and resources to travel to U.S. border. How does that make you feel?
Totally not spy man.
I mean, we already talked about the other week about the Chinese Communist Party paying to build concrete highways over the Darien Gap, which would basically, I don't know, make a huge pipeline for people coming from South America. it would make the current numbers of people coming from South America, not Central America, but South America, so much more than they are currently that it would be undescribable, unbelievable how many people would be coming over the border if that happened, if they were able to finish that. And they're like a cunt hair away, dude. You guys have no idea.
Hell, by now they might already be finished. We just don't know yet. Or
Like, how many
maybe
people live in South America? That's a great question. And every single one of them are going to be like, "Oh, I'm going north because there's a highway now." Oh, only 422 million people. That's it, and that's as of 2016. So I'm sure it's significantly more by now because they tend to have children like rabbits have babies.
And there are probably other people coming from other countries just to get there. So when they finish the highway, there's even more people ready to come over.
Here's Texas doing Texas shit, man.
Good.
They need more support. Like, that's where we should be set. Like, fuck Ukraine. Send Texas $60 billion to secure the border.
I
What's
agree.
funny is
That's
China
that's
shipping
dirt containers.
Yeah, that's dirt cheap. Yeah, I love the China ones.
Right.
China shipping. We come
Good,
from
man.
Taiwan. Oh, wait, they don't like that. Taiwan, the country. The sovereign nation of Taiwan. Calhoun Republic says, next time they call me wanting my blood, I'm going to have a lot to say to them.
Vampires? What are you talking about?
Lesbians?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a longer.
I'm really confused here, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Calhoun, can you drop in another chat to explain your chat? Because I'm confused about your chat.
He did. He just did.
Oh, the Red Cross. You're like vampires. I'm like lesbians.
Right.
I don't know. I assume the lesbians use them in some sort of witchcraft ritual.
Yeah. So spirit cooking.
Whatever
dad
lesbians
actually had
do. I
an
assume it's
issue.
fucking witchcraft when they're alone together.
My dad actually had an issue with the Red Cross since he was a Korean War vet. When he was actually in the war, he went to there to get some aid from them, and they totally fucked him over. And they were like, "No, bro, you got to pay for it." And he's like, "What?"
Wow.
And he was like, "Eat my butthole."
Yeah, and he had a problem with it ever since then. So
They told them to eat a bag of buttholes.
I don't know. That's before my time.
I hope he did.
Transgender drag queen who inspired bill to make name changes easier for trans felons in Colorado has lengthy criminal record.
You don't say.
Interesting.
And every time it's like, oh, well, you were diddling a child because look at you. Like, of course you were. You provided a babysitting service, and then, oh, did you hear? I think it was a Phoenix mall. There was some like upscale Phoenix mall. It might not be Phoenix, where this dude got a hold of some kids to like babysit for the day, and took them to the changing room where him and his friends filmed each other raping like the fucking 2-year-old.
The fuck, man.
Yeah, there was actually 2 of them. There's a 2 and 3-year-old, and there was like 10 of them that.
Yeah, there was like 7 dudes or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was 2 kids.
Yep.
Dude, what the
Yeah, that was
fuck?
at some mall that they worked at, and it was one of their coworkers that asked them to watch the kids for a little bit. It's fucking disgusting.
It's like, hey, watch my kids for like 2 hours. We'll be right back. And then you come back and your kid's like never the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you? Oh my god, dude, Jesus Christ!
What was that famous dad that waited at the airport in front of the booth of
Gary Pichet.
phones? There you
Yeah.
go. That guy. That's the parents need to dig into their inner that guy's name.
To the wall.
Yep, to the
To the
wall.
window, to the wall.
Yeah,
That's when you
there's
go
fucked
full
up
Jonathan
shit, man.
Watson on them.
And
I mean,
the
that's
blood
just-
runs down their balls.
That's why you don't fucking like leave your kids alone with anybody for that you don't know that's not family, you know. Like I used to live in this
Even
apartment
family.
in Denver,
Yeah.
and there was this nice old man who lived next door to me, and he would talk to me, and he had these like little model cars that the kids liked, and like the kids wanted to play with the cars, and he'd let them, and it was fun. And then one day, I was looking on the sex offender registry, and who do I see? The sweet old man who lived next door, who had cars for my kids to play with, who I thought about letting the kids stay over there while I ran to the grocery store one day. But I was like, no, I don't want to impose on this guy. And also, I don't know him very well. So.
Jeez, thank God you didn't. Damn.
Oh shit, Jake the Garden Snake's out there, and he walked in for like the craziest part of the chat. There he is.
Like, holy shit, I'm not coming back.
Yep. Oh, by the way, I got temporarily kicked out of your Discord, Jake, because of Patreon fuckery. We talked about it at the beginning of the chat here. Whatever, it's fine.
Jake's a no step on snake.
That's great. You should have a second channel saying Jake no step on snake. I like it.
So do those parents just like fucking rip their dude?
Yeah, like what do you do?
Dude, you have to kill those people, right? And go to jail, and you're a good person.
Like kill who though? Like the guy you gave him to, so you kill that guy. But then
Definitely.
what about the other 8 dudes?
Well, if you just go back in the room and be like, "Hey guys, I got 6 more fucking kids in this van. You want to hop in here?" And then you murk them all.
Yeah. Taxation is theft. Literally the whole point of the story.
Thank you, Robin Hood.
I saw that and it made me happy. That was my favorite cartoon when I was a kid.
It made you a conspiracy theorist.
I sometimes whistle the song when I'm doing stuff just because it's like the song playing in my head.
Jake the Trouser Snake. Jesus, Mark Malone, that's like the first thing you haven't said about Jews. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude, fuck a fucking camera. This is what you need.
Spring's next update, bro.
Hell yeah. That needs to come standard in every new home from now on.
I want a 30-rounder in it.
I wonder what the legalese of this is. Like, what is the...
It's
So
not
you have this on your house. Is that legal?
It's not
I
good.
don't think so.
You can't do that.
Yeah, it'd be like booby
Right.
traps.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah, but
booby
it's a
trap.
booby trap that you like. It's not like it's like automated, right?
Yeah,
like
but
you
that's
gotta
not
fucking
protecting
control it.
your life or something. Well, it's not a you either. You know what? I say go for it. I don't think you can do that.
I mean, technically, like defending property with deadly force is within the law.
Yeah, but I mean, technically, it's not you pulling the trigger on that in that case. I mean, even though it is behind a keyboard or mouse or whatever, but I don't know. That's kind of a slippery slope. I don't think it would be legal. Kind of like you can't set up booby traps with like shotgun shells and mouse traps.
We'll
And
put like
stuff.
razor blades and barbed wire on your fence so they can't hop your fence and shit.
Well, that you can do, I think.
No, you cannot do that. You will ask anywhere. You will get fucked in that situation.
So how do businesses and properties and stuff get away with it?
Yeah, but not like, okay, say you have a 6-foot wooden fence and you have some motherfucker who keeps jumping your fence and stealing shit out of your shed, and you put a sharp piece of metal on top. You can't do that. You will lose that court battle.
I don't know about Texas is different. Wouldn't surprise me if that's okay here. I'd have to look into it.
Paint your post purple. You'll be fine, homie.
That doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, we can do that, but that doesn't mean nothing.
That's a really old law you guys have that bypasses a lot of shit. Do it.
Oh, it does. It definitely does. I mean, you'll sit there and see posts and trees all over the place around here, especially in the country that is painted purple.
Yep.
Even though I can't see the color, I see it as black, so I know how to identify it. Even though I can't see purple.
Well, here's the thing: as a deterrent, what if it was just a fake gun?
Yeah, an airsoft gun.
Yeah.
All right.
Or like a taser or something, like
Or
non-lethal,
Paintball gun with pepper balls.
right? Like that.
That'd be fucking cool. All right, I'm back on.
Yep.
Do they use? Okay, did you ever see the movie Congo? Michael Crichton book made into a movie back in the 90s,
Yep, I remember. It was a good movie.
and they had the automatic fucking machine gun turrets
Mm-hmm.
that would shoot at anything that moves.
Just
I've
like
always wanted
aliens
one of
too.
those things, man. You just put it at the end of the hallway, like I'm going to sleep, and I'm sleeping good tonight. Anything
Also-
comes through that door, blast them.
Yeah. Also in Aliens too.
Right? Yeah. Also, aliens. Yeah. Those things ran out of ammo too fast, though.
Well, hell,
Plus,
there
the
was a
ones in
lot of-
Congo, they were killing gorillas. Are you doing anything to celebrate your month, Leah?
No.
Wow.
Okay, I saw this. Oh, this is cool. Let's start it over. So this is the, I think, top 10 countries with the most firearms.
10th position, we have Iraq with 30 firearms per 100 people.
So Iraq has 30 firearms for every 100 people. Sorry, let me mute this over here. Iran has 31. Switzerland has 32. Uruguay has 32 and a half.
Finland.
Finland's 33. New Zealand, 34 and a half. Cyprus, 37. Siberia, 38. Yemen,
That's
55.
Serbia.
Wow.
United States of America, 120 firearms per 100 people.
Stay the fuck out.
That's not enough.
I mean, it's more than one per person. We're doing good on that fact. It's better than anybody else.
True.
Because number two
for people.
was Yemen, and they were just over half a firearm per person.
Yeah, and we're at war with them apparently.
And we're sitting at 120. Yeah, we're over double what Yemen has per person.
That's just the people that said they had some, like on whatever deal they
Yeah,
had.
exactly. I think that's an under tallied number.
Yeah, we got more.
Odin Fools dropped in 5. What's up, man? I did send you a link. Shit, you should be here. It said U.S. is based. Did Limp Bizkit predict the future because everything is fucked and everybody sucks? Tonight on E-Honda Chat.
Yeah, he predicted it with his album Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water.
I like what you did there, Corey.
How thirsty would you have to be to drink hot dog water?
Oh,
I would die first because no.
It's a delicacy. I don't know why you're dicking,
You would die if you had hot dog water, but everyone else. That's like your kryptonite. That's the one thing that's the only thing that gets Corey is hot dogs. Like
Yep,
he can
hot
eat
dog.
rotten fish or whatever, dude, it's fine. But hot dogs.
And bologna will kill me.
How about a fish hot dog?
What?
They
That
make
sounds
fish
fucking
hot
gross.
dog. What the fuck, Leo?
Nah, I'm just thinking of a fish stick. Right, I'm calling it a fish hot dog.
Oh. Do you like fish sticks?
Odin Fool says,
Yeah.
keep
No.
rolling. How drunk am I? Only question. He's having a good time. He's too drunk to find the link, bro.
No way, they probably could make a fish hot dog. Just mash it up, put it in a casing.
Well, they already
Sounds
make
nasty
vegan
as
hot
fuck.
dogs.
X Adam, yeah, I do it on my phone, so does Corey sometimes.
Yeah, I'm actually on my phone right
but
now.
it-
And I don't.
but-
Honestly, I don't know because I know they have like all beef hot dogs, all pork, chicken. You can make hot dogs
But
pretty
if you
much
deep
out of
fry
anything. True. And I know they make venison hot dogs and bison hot dogs. I don't know honestly because I've never tried any other hot dogs to see if I can have them or not. Because the last time I had them, it damn near killed me. So I just don't do it all.
maybe
And I won't try it.
maybe you should just try Rocky Mountain hot dogs. I think
The
you would
Rocky
like
Mountain
it.
oysters.
Oh,
No,
fuck yeah.
Rocky
No,
Mountain
the
hot dogs.
dogs. The dogs.
No, no.
It's like the dongs in other places, but we call them dogs here.
Yeah. I have had Rocky Mountain oysters before.
This is fucking good.
Of course you have.
You haven't?
No. Why would I? Why would I eat the testicles of an animal?
They're fucking delicious. Think
Yeah,
about
they
it. They're
weren't
the
bad
most
at all.
used
They were
muscle
actually
in your
pretty
teenage
good.
Years.
I could
So you
live
had
to
it-
be 100 years old and never eat the testicles of anything, and be perfectly happy with my life.
You, sir,
Well,
are
see,
not.
I was
any
actually
adventure at all.
tricked by my dad. My dad tricked me and my cousin into eating them. He's like, "Here, try this." And we didn't know what it was. So we're eating it. And we were only kids. We were like 10, 11 years old. And we're like, "Oh, this is good." And he's like, "Yeah, I bet you do like it." And he told us what it was. And we just started puking because the thought of eating testicles didn't sit well with us. But I do have to admit, they were
remember
pretty
it being
good.
delicious? I know.
They were pretty good.
Dude, I was on back-to-back 16-hour shifts at my fucking security gig I was doing at this contract, and these guys brought me fucking fresh, defat fried fucking shrimp. Fucking, they went on a fishing trip. They fucking brought me testicles. They brought me nuts. I was like, dude, you guys serious? They're like, dude, you've been here for like fucking 6 to 8 days doing 16s on 16s. I'm like, would you rather somebody be fucking sleeping when they're supposed to be watching you guys? They're like, yeah, good point. Here's a monster. I was like, fuck yeah. Free food and a monster. I can make it.
I didn't understand none of that, but okay.
Yeah, I was kind of lost about what was going on there too.
It's a security gig that somebody has to fucking stay up while these guys are sleeping.
So you watch
And they gave
men,
you
grown men,
nuts.
while they're sleeping. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
While you're eating balls, okay.
While
Yeah.
you're eating balls.
You guys are making this really gay right now.
Balls, said the queen. If I had two, I'd be king.
I feel like you made it gay. We just went with it.
Yeah, we just.
Hey, man, I don't know what to tell you. It was a really good paying contract.
Oh, I bet it was. Uh-huh. Brown chicken, brown cow.
Hey, man, I was taking that OT like a champ.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Hope you washed it down real good.
With more nuts. Great. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, in order to make the balls edible, what do you have to do? You have to like chop them up into little tiny pieces that are bite size, and then you bread them with like some tasty breading, and you deep fry them, and so they got like the breading that's all crispy on the outside, and you know whatever the fucking inside tastes like. Who
You
fucking
mean the
knows?
American version?
You could take a fucking dog turd, right, and chop it up into little pieces, and bread it with some nice tasty breading, and deep fry it, and like serve it with some nice ranch dressing or whatever you like dipping your shit in,
Well, there you
and it
go.
would probably taste good.
They're sliced,
Well,
but yeah.
depending. Yeah, you're not actually chopping them up, or you might be like mincing them up actually, and then like making them into like almost like meatballs kind of deal and stuff like that too.
You can slice them.
Yeah,
Dude,
they're
I don't know what the fuck you do to those things, dude.
Dude,
Like,
it's like a very, very.
I don't want to know, bro. Like,
like a
that's
chicken
you
fried
guys
steak,
who like putting testicles inside of your mouth and chewing them up and swallowing
like-
them.
It's like
That's
a
for
what
you
you
guys to
gotta
discuss
do
on your
It's a
chat.
very, it's a
Hey,
very
what the fuck is-
tender.
If everyone just talks at the same time the whole time, this shit doesn't work. By the way,
What you got to
that's
do
for
is
you guys to do on your own goddamn testicle eating chat that you're having later tonight.
You got to slice open the sack and pull out the innards, and you can slice them up. I mean, they're obviously going to fall apart, but you got to be careful. Slice them up in edible bites, and then batter them. I mean, I've seen it done just the other day on some YouTube channel.
Yeah, I believe you were watching it
Actually,
and take notes so you could do it yourself later, right?
They were bison testicles.
Some tasty biddles.
They are some tasty vittles if you can get over the fact you're eating testicles.
I got over it.
I
pretty
wish
quick.
Duke was here because I have a couple of jokes that is a spin.
You got me thinking now.
Do it.
All those Michigan oysters, or he's from Michigan.
What the fuck happened?
Ooh.
What were we
Anyway,
talking
that was the
about?
last story we had. Everybody sucks and everything's fucked. Just so you guys know. Then there was
Rocky
this.
Mountain oysters are good.
X Adam 1 says, I saved enough for a 2011. I'm not working. Should I pay down debt or get the gun? $9.79. They'll cost more when they restock later, I'm sure. I mean, honestly, dude, if you're not working right now, you should pay down your debt, or you should save the money and have it for bills. Because you're going to buy that gun, and then you're going to be like, shit, in a month if you don't have a job, you know?
You're gonna be like, I need a holster now and more mags and
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, okay, you just paid $9.79 for the gun. Cool. Now you need extra mags and a holster and ammo and whatever else you need for it. You know, like that's another couple $100.
Well, I know he was trying to sell a Kimber in order to raise some funds for that 2011. So, the question is, did he sell that Kimber yet or not? Because he was trying to sell a gun to get a gun.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I would say though, until you get a job, until you have that locked down, then do what you want. You know, like as soon as you get the job, it's like, okay, I got the job, so I can do what I want.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the job, then spending money is like kind of silly.
I think his situation is his job lays off for a little while and then he works, and his job lays off for a little while and then he works.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. But I mean, that would be the responsible thing: is just save your money, pay your debt, and get it later. But I'd say get it now. I'm good at spending other people's money. So is Honda. Honda's gotten people to buy all kinds of shit. I mean, wasn't it you and Night Strike that got Daniel to drunkenly buy that CNC machine?
I think I was there. I don't think I got him to do it.
I
don't know, like I was talking to a guy in a chat one time. He's like, I've been looking for a full auto MP7. I can't find him anywhere. And then I found one in 5 minutes. And I was like, here, like this one. And then, yeah, I've gotten people to spend some fucking money. That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah, Zorro, I think, was one of the last ones.
Yeah, Zorro. Oh my god.
1911. And he was drunk too. And you were like, okay, here's one you're wanting, and here's the price. Oh fuck, all right. And he went and bought it.
Yep. Sorry, Zorro. Yeah, I totally did that. What are you gonna do? I guess we could just look at Twitter. That's always dangerous.
That's so tough.
Always very dangerous when you just scroll through Twitter.
Yep.
Oh, this never gets old. There are more than two genders. Fit type.
Classic.
Those are some good options.
That's great. Okay. That's a lot of money. 5,000 times 15.
Whoa! Is that Taylor Swifty freaking endorsing Trump?
That's probably.
That's gotta be fake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's most likely fake.
Oh yeah. You can tell.
I don't think she's very attractive.
I think she's a dumb bitch.
Like everyone's like, "Oh, Taylor Swift's so she's beautiful, and she's so amazing." I look at her, I'm like, meh, she's mid. She's not ugly, but she's not hot. She's not pretty. She's
She
mid.
does look a lot like that cult guy's daughter.
Yeah, Lavoy or LeVay.
Yeah.
LeVay is what it is.
Anton LaVey.
Nah, she's hot. I have to say that she's hot.
Yeah, there's been conspiracies that she might be a clone of that chick, actually.
Well, president, whatever. I don't care about this.
Oh my god, the fuck? That's creepy as shit. That's that's pretty realistic from her.
Is that supposed to be Greta as
Smeagol?
Smeagol?
Yeah, it's like she got the fucking ring and held on to it for a while, but then she lost it.
That's fucking funny. I don't care who you are.
Oh shit. Someone get a measuring tape and double check this. Although it's in centimeters, so I don't know what any of this means.
Damn Asians.
Russian asset. Do you guys think Tucker Carlson's a Russian asset?
Nah.
No.
That's what
No.
I'm saying, apparently.
No, but Nikki Haley's a Democrat asset.
Dude, what is that thing? Go back up.
It's got a price on it, I can't.
Oh, my bad. Gotcha. Yes.
MP5 and 22 LR.
Oh my god, that'd be so much fun.
A full auto 22.
Yeah. You're close.
Okay, here's what you do. You go buy a 1022 and you get a binary trigger for it. That's it. There was nothing more to it. That's all you got to do.
Oh. Well,
What's the name of that gun? It's a 22, but it has a round flat drum that sits on top of it.
Calico.
I don't remember what it's called, but
It's called the Calico pistol.
oh, is it? It looks fun as hell. I'm sure it takes a long time to fill that
Oh
little
my
round
God.
drum up with ammo, but it looks fun as hell. I saw one fired the other day on YouTube on full auto. It was fucking awesome.
Oh, Simpsons predicting the future again. Here's the Apple Vision Pro. Have you seen people fucking wearing these things?
Not you.
First of all, they cost like $3,000 or $5,000 or something like that. So they're goddamn super expensive. But there's these goggles that you just wear while you're around, and it augments reality so that you can, I don't know, manipulate things and play games while you're on the train or whatever. I mean, they look cool, but it's just the next level of fucking humanity being replaced by robots, I guess.
And you're going to get robbed for them.
Yeah, well, certainly if you're in the New York fucking subway system, you might, or walking down the wrong street because they cost so much fucking money and everyone knows it.
Yeah.
It's like walking around with a big ass gold chain, like someone's gonna take it.
Reminds me of that one video I saw a while ago of a dude in Detroit, I think is what it was. He went to a gas station. He had bought, I think it was a $30,000 chain with some lottery winnings. And yeah, they robbed his ass for it.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Oh, I was watching this earlier. Watch this shit, dude. This is insane.
Oh, yeah, I've seen these.
Damn, I love that.
Dude, that's
It's
crazy.
very satisfying to watch. Oh, no way. You got it to move. That's cool.
Bro, he turns one and makes it into a chain. Like, this is... It's insane what they can do. How much patience that would take, and how upset you'd be if you, like, fucking sneezed while you're doing it or something.
We gotta start over.
Yeah.
Well, this might be the end of the chat, guys. I don't know. This might be it. Or we all say adieu. Dude, what is this guy's name again? Michael Rappaport?
Yeah.
Why is he so crazy? Like, what happened? He got, like, Trump derangement syndrome worse than anybody. And he sits in front of the camera, like, angry, like making faces, talking. Here, let's just listen to him. I bet
I don't
it's a
know.
fucking
He's done.
unhinged rant. I just bet it is.
Now
not,
he's making
dude.
the case.
Voting for Pete, Donald Trump is on the table. Voting for Pete, Donald Trump is on the table. The other day in New York City.
Oh yeah, pig dick Donald Trump. He said.
Jumped a New York City cop, NYPD's finest. They jumped a New York City cop in Times Square and were arrested and released without bail. I know it's a city thing. I know it's a state thing. I know all that. I know all that. I know all that. Okay? Stay with me. Released without bail. Came out of the courtroom on some Tupac raising the middle finger with the Detroit Red Wings jersey. Let me tell you something. What the fuck is the world coming to? If you could be from another country, beat up a cop in New York City, and walk out with no bail, what the fuck is the world coming to? What?
Is he actually making sense right now?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Somewhat, but he refuses to admit that it's he and his fucking idiot buddies that are the ones that caused this shit by voting people like Gavin Newsom, Kathy Hochul, etc.
Right.
in office.
Because like the
Exactly.
people, exactly. Like the people and policies that this dude has supported over the past since COVID have led us inexorably to exactly where we are. Without an off ramp, without a way to fucking like calmly talk to people, because you have unhinged idiots like this motherfucker screaming at the top of their lungs into their camera
Mm-hmm.
about things that only make sense if you drink the fucking Kool-Aid and you're part of the club. And to everybody else, you just look like a fucking idiot. You just look like you got Trump derangement syndrome. Just like, how many million people in this country have Trump derangement syndrome? They all fell for it. They all fell for the psyop. They don't realize that they're the victim of propaganda. They have been propagandized to so much that they then become the mouthpiece of the propaganda, spreading it wherever they go because they've bought the whole fucking thing, hook, line, and sinker. And anything that fucking disagrees with what they believe, they automatically discount. And anything that confirms what they believe, they amplify. So they have confirmation bias when it comes to the information coming in. And anything that you say to them that, again, they're just going to fucking double down. And so this dude's like, oh, how could you do that in New York City? Dude, you fucking caused this shit. You are directly responsible for the policies of the fucking left-wing advocates and the people who are in power in these fucking Democrat cities that look the other way and let these things happen. You were for defund the police, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. You were for open borders. You were for, like, get the children out of the cages because Trump's a racist. Now this is the fruits of that labor. This is the fruit that the tree that you planted produced, and you're bitching because it tastes like shit in your mouth.
Yeah. Actually, I got two things for this one. One, even if they didn't get off for free, let's say they got off with signature bond or whatever, the taxpayers will still be paying for it. So either way, you're fucked. Either they get out for free, or your tax money's paying for their pretty much freedom. And then number two, this is pretty much like how I view like the lefties, the Democrats, the left, whatever you want to call them. These people have pretty much already made up their minds. You can't change or persuade it. So I just kind of let them be at certain times. And sure, there might be people that are like in the middle and stuff, but you can show them evidence. Maybe like him, you showed him evidence, and he's like, yeah, maybe I might vote for Pig Dick Trump. But I think there's a lot of people that just won't change their mind at all.
I think there's a lot of people exactly they've drank so much of the Kool-Aid, and I think what it is, honestly, is that they're now medically invested into this whole thing, and we can't speak out exactly why, but let's just say that they got a little jibby jab. And now, because of that, and because they promoted it and ostracized people that didn't get it, and made fun of people for being stupid that didn't get it, and now that it turns out that, like, maybe they were wrong, no, you got to double down. And not only that, like, everyone is a racist and a sexist and a transphobe and a homophobe and Like you're anti-American, you're anti-democratic because you don't want to go along with like cheating elections and fucking like obvious fraud and like, oh yeah, Epstein Island, what's that? I don't even know what that is because I'm an uninformed Democrat who doesn't know anything about
Oh
anything.
God. You know what?
Dude,
That's actually
that's the biggest. I was talking to my son about this because he was playing this video game where,
what game is it? What game was it?
well, I think it was Fortnite, but he was playing as a dude in a wheelchair, and he's like, "I'm
Oh,
Stephen
no.
Hawking. I haven't been to the island." It's like,
Damn.
Oh shit.
Daddy raised him right.
but the thing is, like, I was talking to my younger son about it the other day, and was like, "Well, what do you think the point is of them getting these kids?" And he's like, "Oh, so they can have sex with the kids because they're disgusting." I'm like, "Well, that's part of
Oh,
it,
that's nasty.
but why does the government look the other way when like Jeffrey Epstein got arrested originally? Oh, because he's a billionaire and he's got all the money." And I'm like, "No, that's not it. Let me spell it out for you.
Okay.
The reason that they let him go is because he's their employee. He's working for them. He's doing their bidding. Why do they have the children? It's because they're sick pedophiles, yes. But it's also so when a new fucking senator comes into office and you send your billionaire fucking playboy friend over there to fucking seduce him onto the plane, and then he ends up on the island and then gets a little drunk and has some whatever with a 16-year-old, and now it's on camera. And then you go back home like, oh man, that was a crazy week, man. Whew. Oh my gosh. I guess back to work in the office.
Yeah.
Then you get a visit from some dudes in some suits with a couple of suitcases full of fucking videotapes and evidence and pictures telling you that they will release this information to the public. They will tell your wife, they will tell your children, they will tell your extended family, and everyone will know exactly what you fucking did.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Unless you do exactly what we say. And then they own him. And that is the point. That is the point. That's how J. Edgar Hoover did it. And that's how everyone else who's been working in the deep state since J. Edgar Hoover has been running the fucking shit, because they have realized that that's the best way to control people in power. They have more to lose than anybody. Like, there's nothing more dangerous than a man with nothing left to lose. These guys have everything to lose. And moreover, they're being held by the nuts by these people who are pulling the strings and making things happen and getting things passed and moving the Overton window, right? These are the same people that have these people by the nuts. They are Jeffrey Epstein's boss. Powerful men back east. Remember what fucking Carrie Lake was talking about?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Who are these people? They're never named. Because they're so powerful that why would they be? They don't need to be famous. They don't care about that. They want the power. They want the ability to do whatever the fuck they want. They want the ability to screw over whoever the fuck they want. They want the ability to control whoever the fuck they want. And right now, they're aiming at the whole fucking world. And the first domino or the last domino or the major domino to fall is the United States of fucking America. And the Second Amendment and the First Amendment are two things that are directly standing in their way, which is why they're using their pawns, these people who've been to the island, to systematically go after our rights, to go after our fucking freedoms, and to curtail our money and everything else to the point where people are just going to be dependent on the government forever in a technocratic future that has only been dreamed about in things like books like 1984 and fucking Brave New World. And they're warnings for our future. George Orwell wrote 1984 as a fucking warning for the future. If you get off the path that you're on, this is what you're going to be dealing with in a couple of years. And they predicted 1984. They're a little bit late, about 40 years right now, but in the grand scheme of things, that's not that fucking far behind. Like, they just had a couple extra speed bumps on the way, and, they're still on the fucking highway, though, aren't they?
Pretty much, man. Wow.
It's the exact same thing with Hollywood, though, with their rings.
That's a fucking speech, man.
Clip that shit.
Well, I mean, Hollywood's the exact same thing, because they've realized that they can use media and people who like, human beings for the longest time grew up in like small groups of people. So there's only like so many people that you look up to or whatever, and it turns out that, goddamn, Onan, Jesus, man, thank you.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck me.
That's a fucking speech. Dude, if I could stand up and clap, I would.
Damn.
Dude, that was... Wow.
Thanks, man. I appreciate. Jesus Christ, I really appreciate it.
Awesome, dude. That was awesome. Shit.
But yeah, I mean, like, why are they going after the people in Hollywood? Why are Hollywood people have been to the island and been compromised? Well, it's because people look up to them, and even though they probably shouldn't listen to some fucking Hollywood idiot who doesn't know shit about shit, they stand up on their fucking soapbox and they talk because they know that people will listen, and that's why they went after them in the first place, because they know that if they get enough of the hearts and minds of the people, that they will just go along with whatever. And how do you do that? You grab the leaders, you grab the people that they look up to, like the Tom Hankses and the whoever's of the world, and you get them to say what your bidding is, and you get them to go along with your propaganda. And then, a lot of the lemmings, a lot of the sheep, a lot of the people will just follow along and do exactly what they're told to do, and then scream and bark and yell and blame and anyone else who doesn't fucking agree, because they will, they're not part of the group. They're not drinking the Kool-Aid. They're not part of the fucking hegemony. And it's just weird where we're at, dude. Like,
Yeah, dude. Damn.
I remember learning about communist Russia and how the communist Russian took over from like the Tsar system before, and how they riled up people and lied about stuff and exaggerated and gaslit and did all the things. And I was like, dude, how does this even happen? How would people not know how ridiculous this thing is and ignore it? And here we are, living in the ridiculousness while people are not ignoring it and going along with it and supporting it violently sometimes.
Yep. Well, it's like the same thing with McCarthyism back in the day. You had Joseph McCarthy go after people for being communists in this country, not realizing that pretty much everybody in Hollywood at the time was communists.
Speaking of books, I listened to A Day of Wrath by William R. Forshkin, who also does the 1 Second After series. You should give that a listen. It fucking pissed me off listening to this at work, because what they do to kids and shit. Check it out. It's worth a listen. It's only a couple hours. It's like 4 hours for the audiobook.
Well, I will say this about McCarthy. The motherfucker was right. And what they did to him, with how they gaslit him and went after his family, the dude died of alcoholism, basically, because he drank himself to death because everything that he had was taken from him and everybody fucking blamed him for everything. And it turns out that not only were the people he was blaming for being communists, but there were so many communists in his midst that there was no way that he could go after them because they were covering for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that was back in McCarthy times. What year was that? Like 65, 70, something like that?
It was like the 50s, 60s time period.
50s, 60s. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and like now it's 10 times worse. Like the lessons of J. Edgar Hoover have been learned well by the deep state, and they've been using that ever since. Like Ghislaine Maxwell's father did the same thing, right? Then Jeffrey Epstein, after Ghislaine Maxwell's father mysteriously drowned on his boat in the middle of the ocean, took over for his stepfather's business. I don't even know. They were never married, but you know what I mean? He took over.
Right.
And now that he's gone, do you not think that there's another fucking program going on right now? Do you not think that there's another island or fucking hotel or like fucking oasis in the middle of the desert that people go to now? Because if you don't, you're wrong. There probably fucking is. And why did the Epstein stuff never come out? Oh, it's supposed to be like the 1st of January. Oh no, like the 3rd of January. Oh no, like the 6th of January. Oh no, like the 26th of January. We'll do it at the end of the month. Oh, it's February now, and we still haven't heard anything. Why is that? Why is that? Why is
It's
that?
not in the news at all.
They have different distractions now.
Also very true. Yeah.
Well, who owns the news?
The corporate media.
Powerful men back east.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
6 giant corporations, to be specific.
It's fucking
Like-
disgusting, man.
Yeah. I guess the only thing that like what happened with Carrie Lake, now we have to watch if this guy dies at some point. Now we just kind of have to watch him.
Nah, he doesn't have a career anymore. Like, he's done.
You think they're just gonna not really kill him, but they're just gonna be like, nah, you're done.
He'll
That
get
the one
what is it?
resigned
He
on that.
Because
He'll
was it?
get
He already
swarmed.
resigned, right?
Yeah,
They
he
will
resigned, like,
kill
a day or two
him
after
if
that.
he comes forward with any information. If he continues to sit there and just be quiet in the sidelines in the background, they'll
Right.
probably pay for his pension. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But if he starts coming forward with information, naming names, doing things, yeah, 100%.
Then he's
It'd be
gonna
like,
get
oh, the GOP chairman from Arizona, former GOP chairman, found dead in his hotel.
Yep.
We suspect that it was suicide.
He committed suicide and shot all of his family with one bullet.
Yeah.
It's weird.
He shot himself twice in the back of the head. Suicide.
He's gonna get Hillary Clinton pretty much
Mhm.
effect.
Well, I think a lot of the people who were fucking with the Clintons, they didn't die because Hillary has so much power. They died because the deep state has so much power, and Hillary Clinton and the Clintons are involved with it. And if they go down, the whole thing goes down, right? So they have to, by necessity, protect the Clintons. So when, like, or I don't know, dude. Did you guys remember that thing with Obama's chef?
Yeah, he died. He was,
floating in the water.
he was out there paddling by himself at night or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then there was,
Just found
like,
dead.
how did he die? He actually had a fucking head injury.
Yep, like he had a
Mhm.
struggle.
Yep.
And then there was the picture of Barack Hussein Obama golfing like 2 days later. And he had what looked like a scuff on his face and bandages on his hand.
Yep.
Yep.
And no one ever investigates anything. No one ever does. I forget what the Menendez, or I forget what the guy's name was. It might not even been him.
Some Mendez or Hernandez, some Hispanic person.
Bob Mendez.
Has had multiple. This has happened more. I think it's happened twice. Has had to call 911 from his congressional office in Washington, D.C. because there was a male prostitute who overdosed and died in his office.
Oh shit.
Not once, but twice. Still reelected.
Hashtag Honda didn't kill himself.
Well, then you had that one dude in the Senate congressional chambers banging the other guy, and he got let off with nothing recently.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get charged with shit, dude. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, David Hogg jumped up in the middle of a congressional meeting, or I forget, like they were doing congressional shit, and raised his voice and interrupted the function of government. Was he charged like the January 6th people?
No, and he should be, because it is a federal felony to do that shit. And so,
Well, to be fair, I don't think he should be, but I don't think the January 6th people should have been either.
Yeah. Well, what about the fire alarm guy?
Yeah.
Jamil
Tactical.
Bowman. Yeah.
He didn't get fucking charged either.
Was that the same guy who thought that the fucking island would flip over if you built too
No,
much?
that was
base
Hank
outside of it?
Johnson.
No, it's a different guy.
Yeah,
But apparently,
Bowman was
These
a,
people are fucking
ex-teacher from
stupid,
New
dude.
York.
But the thing is, how many of them have been to the island? That really fucking matters, dude. It really, really fucking matters. And the fact that we don't know, and the fact that they won't tell us, in my opinion, tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
They might as well have all been to the island, because they're all fucking compromised, and we need to just, like, seriously hit the restart button, go back to the Constitution, fucking fill the positions that need to be filled, minimalist government, and start over.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way that this ship continues to sail.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're turning into a submarine, bro. We're going beneath the water, and
Yeah,
I don't think this shit's built for that, you know?
yeah. Well, Honda, did you hear about that story a couple maybe it was like last week that James O'Keefe broke about that IT guy that said that a lot of the senators and House of Representatives were having like sex orgies and stuff.
No, I did not see that.
Oh yeah, here it's it broke like on the 24th of January.
Yeah, I think that was Madison Cawthorn, who used to be a congressman, that broke that a couple years ago, and he was talking about the orgies and stuff. And nobody was paying attention.
Well, okay. What is Bohemian Grove? Do you guys know what that is?
Yep. What's Alex Jones back in 2000 and what?
Well, he infiltrated in like 2000, like 1999,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
But it's where the rich and powerful people who are heads of business, heads of state, heads of government, heads of whatever,
Right.
Get together in the woods of California, get naked, have orgies, burn fucking. I mean, like Alex Jones caught the effigy of the child being burned to Moloch, the owl god, in some pagan ritual. So they're basically like Satan
worship the owl
worshiping
man.
and fucking having orgies in the woods. And these are the people who are in charge of this country, in charge of the world.
Yep.
Oh, you said the name was Burlock, the owl god. How you say it?
Moloch, I thought.
Moloch, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Moloch, the owl god.
I don't know. I might be wrong on that.
Bet the chef saw Michelle's
Actually,
dick.
isn't Moloch? No, wait, that's Baal. Is the one with the
Baal.
children at his feet or whatever?
Bow, yeah, Bow.
Baal, Baal, whatever.
The
I'm not a
double A,
Satanist. I don't
yeah,
know
the
these fucking
double A.
things.
Baal. Bow.
No, but I've been meaning to look into like that owl thing.
But yeah, I
But they
know
said
the
like
elf god.
Drake is also using the owl for like his OVO symbol and stuff like that.
Don't even
What
get me
that all
started
supposed
with
to mean.
Drake.
Oh, okay, there's another
God.
example. The like R&B and rap music labels and how they have traditionally been used to prop up certain types of music that promote degeneracy and like lawlessness and fatherlessness and like all the different things in the black community these days. Hey, it's your month.
Yep.
Where they fuck you over and tell you that they're being your friend. You know, here, girls, go be whores, go be hookers, shake that ass. Hey, dudes, the only way that you're going to make it out is by playing football or basketball, being a rapper, or being a drug dealer. It's your choice, but those are the only three options. Like, fuck going to school, you're retarded if you go to school. We'll beat you up if you go to school. We'll beat you up if you get good grades.
You're not wrong.
It's the worst shit ever, dude. And then, like, I can't imagine how terrible of an education you're going to get if you go to an inner city school these days, because like there's no school going on. It's just like kids fighting and screaming and yelling and like making fucking like TikTok videos and shit. You know, like who's doing English? Not very many people.
Yeah, what is it? Michael Malice said that a children's first encounter with violence would be at school.
Yeah.
It's like
Usually,
prison.
yeah.
It's like prison for children, pretty much.
Yeah, it kind of gets. I think especially the inner city schools, they get you ready for prison. It's a school to prison pipeline, and that's exactly how they want it. Because if all you ever do is like fuck off and don't get an education and get in a bunch of trouble, well, we control you. We can do whatever we want with you. You've never become an issue for us. Not a big one anyway.
Yep, and then once you get into like the big school system like that, like in a city, like all kids care about is like porn and games. So then you perpetuate another cycle once they get out of school. Like that's all they want to do, which is pretty much equivalent to now. Kids just all they want to do is stay home, play games, and jerk off. Like,
well, and like
So
there's
what
nothing
I
more
do now-
dangerous to the federal government than a American populace who at large is educated and informed and has a clear idea of what the government's limitations are. Because those three things, like no one knows, not no one, but a lot of people, these fucking kids don't know anything about the fucking government and how it's supposed to work, or the point of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and the Magna Carta and how hard fought and won it was over like the entire history of humanity just to get to the point where there was human individual rights, and they're willing to throw it away in the name of fucking free shit.
right, which
Or-
I don't even know. They probably don't even care. They're just like, I don't know, leave me alone. Let me play some Fortnite. I don't care. I don't care about what's free speech. Who cares?
Baphomet, says Damien Christ. That's the one
Or
with
they
the kid
want you
at his feet.
Or they want you educated, but they want you to be educated the way they want you to be.
Exactly.
Which is the
Exactly.
college educated type of
Indoctrination.
education. Yeah.
Right. They want someone who's smart enough to pull the levers on the machine, but not smart enough to realize what the machine does.
Mhm.
So if you don't go for that further education, they want you to be the guy playing video games, jerking off, and just doing your 9 to 5 whatever
Right.
mundane job that you're not going anywhere, spinning your wheels. Or you go to higher education, they find out, hey, you have a higher IQ, we're going to train you the way we want you without you realizing it.
Yeah, either way, you're fucked, I guess.
You're fucked.
Yeah, like why do so many people who come out of these Ivy League schools end up like the wokest fucking retards that there are?
By design.
That's a good question. I
that's
mean,
the
technically, they're
indoctrination being
really
taught.
smart, but obviously they don't understand any common sense. So how does
I think
that
it's like
happen?
willful. Like they know what they're doing. It's like
So you think these
we're
people are
smart
just
enough that we
evil?
can lie to everybody and then just play it off like we don't know, but then we're actually moving the fucking needle in the direction that we want to go the whole time. You know?
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe not.
So you think these people are just like evil? They know what they're doing, and they still do it anyway.
I think there's a
Hold
fair
on,
amount of them. Yeah, there's true believers for sure who drink the Kool-Aid and believe it, and you know. But I think that there's people who I can't speak, malevolently know what's going on, see how things are going, know that it's a lie, know that this fucking the party line is a lie, but go along with it because they're evil or they think it's funny or whatever for whatever reason. Yeah,
Right.
I do
Think it
think
won't
there's a
happen
fair
to
amount of
them.
those.
Right, and I think if they go along with it, nothing's going to happen to them.
That they'll be part of the power structure, that they'll be
Right.
part of the in-group. But the thing is, if you look at Russian history, as soon as they got into power, what happened to the useful idiots? What happened to the people who ignorantly pushed their propaganda for them, thinking that they would be part of the power structure?
They got put straight to the wall because they would have been the first ones to rise up and do it again.
Exactly. And they don't realize that. That as soon as they take over and actually get power, the people who helped them get into power will be the very first ones against the wall.
Meaning they died pretty much, huh?
Yeah. Against the wall. It means, yeah.
Right. This is the first time I've been hearing about this. So
if you look into
okay.
Joseph Stalin's history, that's exactly why he lost, because he killed off all the generals that would actually help him win the wars. What it is,
Right? Because there were all the people who could potentially fucking contest his power. Right.
Right.
So you got to get rid of them and put some fucking idiot like junior officer into the position of general. Yeah, exactly, dude.
And that's why Simo Haya got such a kill count.
Interesting.
All right, guys. Well, we've been going almost 2 hours, which is about how long we normally go for the Gay Frog Chat. A little bit more than normal, to be honest. But it's been fun, man. And maybe I will take that clip out. In fact, I will take that clip out and I will post it as a YouTube short for the first YouTube short that I posted not by accident. Because I made a really short video once and it was...
It's a really good chat, man. Hey, shameless plug. I got my link in our chat.
LinkedIn. Oh, in our chat. You want me to post it? Got it.
That'd be sexy.
You got it, brother.
Thank you, homie.
You can watch his Rocky Mountain oyster eating competition.
Oh, fuck. Now I'm
On his YouTube
hungry. Look
channel.
what you're doing.
Modern slaves. Yep. All right, guys. Well, we will see you all next time, which will be for Taco Tuesday with E Honda and friends, where we talk about guns and Second Amendment related activities. If you wish to participate, we will be back on Tuesday at about 8:00 p.m. Mountain Time, and we'll see you then. Until then, deuces, y'all. Shall not pee in fridge. Troubadour, shabba, nabba, babba, pressure. Batacath care.
True international effort to pressure.
One.
Let me start off with 2 words. Made in America. We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
That's right. That's right. So remember that when you think about messing with the women. Anyway, peace out, y'all. Deuces. Have a good night.
Pray for East Palestine.